Welcome to our comprehensive guide on coding in C. Whether you're a complete beginner or looking to refresh your skills, this video will walk you through the essentials of C programming. We'll start with the basics, explore the language's unique features, and gradually move on to more advanced concepts. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation to build your own C projects. Let's dive in and discover why C remains one of the most influential programming languages in the world. C was developed in the early 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs. It was designed to provide low-level access to memory, produce efficient code, and serve as a foundation for operating systems like Unix. Over the decades, C has influenced many other languages including C++, Java, and Python. Understanding its history helps us appreciate its design and why it's still widely used today. Learning C opens the door to understanding how computers work at a fundamental level. It's known for its speed, efficiency, and control over system resources. Many modern languages borrow concepts from C, so mastering it gives you a strong base for learning others. Plus, C is used in embedded systems, game development, and high-performance applications. Let's see what makes C so powerful. Before you start coding, you'll need to set up your development environment. This usually involves installing a C compiler like GCC and a text editor or IDE such as Visual Studio Code or Code Blocks. Once installed, you can write, compile, and run your C programs easily. Setting up correctly ensures a smooth learning experience as you progress. Let's write our first C program, the classic Hello World. This simple program prints a message to the screen and introduces you to the basic structure of a C program. You'll see how to include libraries, define the main function, and use the print statement. Running this program successfully means your environment is ready for more complex tasks. Every C program follows a specific structure. It typically starts with preprocessor directives, followed by the main function and then the body of the code. Understanding this structure is crucial for writing readable and maintainable code. We'll break down each part so you know exactly where to place your statements and functions. Variables are used to store data in your programs. In C, you must declare the type of each variable, such as int for integers, float for decimals, or char for characters. Choosing the right data type helps your program run efficiently and avoids errors. Let's look at how to declare and use variables in C. Constants are values that do not change during program execution. In C, you can define constants using the define preprocessor directive or the const keyword. Using constants makes your code more readable and easier to maintain, especially when you need to use the same value in multiple places. Operators are symbols that perform operations on variables and values. C supports arithmetic operators like plus, asterisk, and slash, as well as relational, logical, and assignment operators. Knowing how to use these operators is essential for performing calculations and making decisions in your programs. Input and output are fundamental in any programming language. In C, you use functions like print for output and scanf for input. These functions allow your program to interact with users, making it dynamic and responsive. We'll see examples of how to read user input and display results on the screen. Control flow statements let your program make decisions. The if statement is used to execute code only if a certain condition is true. You can also use else and else if to handle alternative scenarios. Mastering control flow is key to writing flexible and intelligent programs. Switch statements provide a way to execute different code blocks based on the value of a variable. They're especially useful when you have multiple possible values to check. This makes your code cleaner and easier to read compared to multiple if-else statements. Loops allow you to repeat actions in your program. The for loop is commonly used when you know how many times you want to repeat a block of code. It consists of an initialization, a condition, and an increment or decrement. Let's see how to use for loops to process data efficiently. While and do-while loops are used when you want to repeat a block of code as long as a condition is true. The main difference is that do-while executes the block at least once, even if the condition is false. These loops are essential for handling user input and processing data until a certain condition is met. Functions help you organize your code into reusable blocks. In C, you define a function by specifying its return type, name, and parameters. Using functions makes your code modular, easier to test and maintain. We'll look at how to declare, define, and call functions in your programs. Parameters allow you to pass information to functions. In C, you can pass parameters by value or by reference. Understanding how parameters work helps you write flexible and powerful functions that can handle different inputs and produce different outputs. Functions can return values to the part of the program that called them. In C, you specify the return type in the function declaration. Returning values allows you to process data and use the results elsewhere in your program. Let's see how to use return statements effectively. Variable scope determines where a variable can be accessed in your program. In C, variables can be local to a function or global to the entire program. Understanding scope helps prevent errors and keeps your code organized. We'll explore examples of both local and global variables. Arrays allow you to store multiple values of the same type in a single variable. In C, arrays are declared with a fixed size and can be accessed using an index. Arrays are useful for managing lists of data such as numbers, characters, or even other arrays. Strings in C are arrays of characters ending with a null character. Unlike some other languages, C does not have a dedicated string type. You'll learn how to declare, initialize, and manipulate strings using standard library functions. Handling strings is essential for user input and text processing. Pointers are variables that store memory addresses. They are one of the most powerful features of C, allowing you to directly access and manipulate memory. Pointers are essential for dynamic memory allocation, arrays, and working with functions. We'll break down how pointers work and why they're so important. Pointer arithmetic allows you to move through memory locations by incrementing or decrementing pointers. This is especially useful when working with arrays. Understanding pointer arithmetic helps you write efficient and powerful code, but it also requires careful attention to avoid errors. Dynamic memory allocation lets you request memory during program execution using functions like malloc and fread. This is crucial for creating flexible programs that can handle varying amounts of data. Managing memory properly prevents leaks and ensures your program runs smoothly. Structures allow you to group different types of data together under one name. This is useful for representing complex data like a student record or a point in 2D space. Structures help organize your code and make it easier to manage related data. Unions are similar to structures, but they allow different data types to share the same memory location. This is useful when you need to store different types of data in the same space, but only one at a time. Unions help save memory and are often used in embedded systems. Enumerations, or enums, let you define a set of named integer constants. They make your code more readable and easier to maintain, especially when working with sets of related values like days of the week or menu options. Enums are a simple but powerful feature in C. Preprocessor directives are instructions that are processed before your code is compiled. Common directives include for including libraries and define for defining constants. Understanding how the preprocessor works helps you write more flexible and portable code. Header files contain declarations of functions and macros that you can use in multiple source files. By separating declarations from definitions, header files help organize large projects and promote code reuse. We'll see how to create and use header files in your C programs. The C standard library provides a wide range of functions for tasks like input-output, string manipulation, and memory management. Learning to use these functions saves time and helps you write reliable code. We'll explore some of the most commonly used standard library functions. C allows you to read from and write to files using functions like fopen, fclose, fread, and fwrite. File I/O is essential for storing data, logging information, and building real-world applications. We'll look at how to open, read, write, and close files safely in C. Error handling is crucial for building robust programs. In C, you can use return values, error and standard error functions to detect and respond to errors. Proper error handling ensures your program behaves predictably even when something goes wrong. Debugging helps you find and fix errors in your code. In C, you can use tools like GDB, print statements, and IDE debuggers to track down issues. Developing good debugging habits will save you time and frustration as you build more complex programs. Compiling translates your C code into machine code, while linking combines different code files into a single executable. Understanding the compilation and linking process helps you troubleshoot errors and optimize your build process. Many C programmers use command line tools to compile and run their programs. Tools like GCC, Make, and GDB are powerful and flexible. Learning to use these tools gives you more control over your development process and helps automate repetitive tasks. Following best practices helps you write clean, efficient, and maintainable code. This includes using meaningful variable names, commenting your code, and following consistent formatting. Adopting good habits early will make you a better programmer and help others understand your work. Even experienced programmers make mistakes in C, such as forgetting to initialize variables, misusing pointers, or causing memory leaks. Being aware of common pitfalls helps you avoid them and write more reliable code. We'll highlight some of the most frequent mistakes and how to prevent them. Modular programming involves breaking your code into smaller, reusable modules or files. This approach makes large projects easier to manage and debug. In C, you can use separate source and header files to organize your code effectively. Recursion is a technique where a function calls itself to solve a problem. It's useful for tasks like searching, sorting, and traversing data structures. Understanding recursion helps you tackle complex problems with elegant solutions. Linked lists are dynamic data structures that consist of nodes connected by pointers. They allow efficient insertion and deletion of elements. Implementing linked lists in C helps you understand pointers and dynamic memory allocation in depth. Stacks and queues are fundamental data structures used for managing data in specific orders. Stacks follow last in first out LIFO, while queues use first in first out FIFO. Implementing these structures in C strengthens your understanding of arrays, pointers, and memory management. Sorting algorithms organize data in a specific order, such as ascending or descending. Common algorithms include bubble sort, selection sort, and quicksort. Implementing these in C helps you practice loops, conditionals, and function calls while improving your problem-solving skills. Searching algorithms help you find specific data within arrays or other structures. Linear search and binary search are two common methods. Implementing these algorithms in C sharpens your logic and helps you handle real-world data processing tasks. Let's put your skills to the test by building a simple calculator in C. This project will use variables, operators, control flow, and functions. By combining everything you've learned, you'll see how C can be used to create practical and interactive applications. Consistent practice is the key to mastering C programming. Try solving small problems, participating in coding challenges, and reading other people's code. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in writing efficient and error-free programs. Congratulations on completing this journey through C programming. You've learned about the language's history, core concepts, and practical applications. As you continue exploring, try building more complex projects and learning about advanced topics like multithreading or networking. The world of C programming is vast and full of opportunities.